Good evening, everyone. You read the title right. This is the worst NGS headline for me personally. Now, before I start explaining why this is the worst NGS headline ever, there are some good things from this headline. So I want to go over the good things first before I start going on to full rant mode and start derailing the whole conversation. So the first thing I want to talk about is going to be the new support item select that can be drawn with SG, which is a really good addition to the game, especially with these two capsules right here. Preset skill item protection, as well as preset skill enhanced success rate plus 100%. So this one is the Fixa protection. So currently, if you want to upgrade your Fixa 1 into a Fixa 2, you smash two Fixa 1s together and you have a 10% chance of success. If you have the preset skill item protection, that means if it fails, you keep your Fixa 1 material item. So that means you keep both weapons, and that way you're able to gamble multiple times. However, what's even better is if you just straight up get the preset skill enhanced success rate plus 100%, that means you can get your Fixa 100%. There's no 10% gambling, zero gambling at all. You are guaranteed to upgrade your Fixa 1 to a Fixa 2, Fixa 2 to Fixa 3, so forth and so on. And on top of that, this scratch also has Gladius Soul S as well as Gigas Maste S, which are great because those are 100% capsules. You only need one copy of them and boom, you're done. You can immediately get your maxed out weapon or your endgame weapon or endgame armors with these capsules. Now the catch over here is, of course, it does cost 50 star gems per draw. Now the nice thing about this is at least it doesn't cost AC and you can just spend your star gems. So this is a little bit more accessible for the free-to-play players. Just keep in mind that these costs will ramp up extremely quickly because it's 50 star gems per pull, which means it's 500 star gems for a 10 pull. And for those who do scratch AC, you guys know the drop rates are a little bit low, so players need to be incredibly careful with this new support item select. Even though it is obtainable through SG, you might burn through all of your SG incredibly quickly if you're not careful. Now for the bad news. The bad news is this doesn't come out until the end of the scheduled maintenance on September 27th. Yes, that means we need to wait until the end of this month before we actually get this scratch. So if you were looking forward for this because you wanted to upgrade your weapons or you wanted to min-max your armors and stuff like that, well, unfortunately you can't because you're gonna have to wait until the end of this month, which is really unfortunate. The next piece of good news is the add-on skill function. So currently when you go to add-on skills over here and you want to generate an add-on skill, let's say we want to do it for Hunter, you can see there is add-on skill 1, 2, and 3. And at add-on skill 3, you can see the minimum level it can generate is level 10 or higher. They will be adding 2 more tiers over here in a future update. I believe it's probably going to be in October because a lot of things are coming out next month in October, but there's going to be add-on skill 4 and add-on skill 5. So 4 is going to guarantee level 15 or higher, and add-on skill 5 is going to guarantee level 20. So level 20 is the current maximum level, so that is really nice to see because if you're like me, you've spent over 10 million Meseta trying to get your bouncer from level 19 to level 20, and just having the add-on skill 5, if it costs like 1 million Meseta, I don't care. It's gonna be cheaper than me spending even more money on a chance of getting level 20. So the addition of the new tiers of add-on skills 4 as well as 5 is gonna be a welcome addition because it's gonna save a lot of people a lot of Meseta and enable people to get high level add-on skills because they do make your character significantly more powerful. Now the next piece of quote unquote good news over here, because this is a double-edged sword, is the age-old question of will we be getting new photon arts or techniques? And I feel like Hero Rai trolled the crap out of us here because they just said no and they paused for like 2 seconds and then they explained that they're adding in craftable PAs basically, or modifiable PAs. They don't specify it's going to be a crafted PA, but they did say that you will be able to change how photon arts work fundamentally in order to enhance specific playstyles. So we are going to be able to change how our current photon arts work as well as techniques. However, just keep in mind that they have no plans to add new photon arts or new techniques, which is a very big blow to a lot of players. Because for a lot of diehard Phantasy Star fans, you know, we played the base game, we played the original Phantasy Stars, there were a lot more choices in photon arts as well as techniques, and comparing that with NGS is incredibly limiting with like 5 different photon arts. It really sucks in my personal opinion. I would like to see more options, more choices, which makes the game a little bit more interesting and encourages experimentation. But nevertheless, I'm willing to give Sega a chance over here and see what these craftable PAs are going to look like in NGS. And the last piece of good news is we do get a sneak peek of the next collaboration. So this month we are getting Oshi No Ko as our collaboration, which is pretty cool. You know, this collaboration looked pretty nice. However, the sci-fi collaboration that we're getting next month or in October is going to be Spriggan over here. Personally, I didn't watch this anime. I don't know what it's about, to be honest. But apparently it does have robots and stuff, so interesting. We'll see how it turns out. I might check out the anime when I have time. But yeah, I don't know much about this. Alright, with all the formalities out of the way, it is time to tell you why this NGS headline really sucks, especially for me. The main reason is there is zero motivation for me to play this month. It's simple as that. There's just nothing that catches my eye and is like, oh yeah, that's gonna be content that I'm gonna be spamming, I'm gonna be enjoying, I'm gonna have fun doing that over and over and over. There's just nothing like that in this month's NGS headline. I looked through everything and you look at the loot, they don't actually show you any of the loot this time. So yeah, we're gonna need to see, but nevertheless, usually if there is new items or something interesting, they like to show it off. So I'm expecting nothing new and people are just gonna be smashing their heads against the different LTQs. We're gonna be having a different limited time quest every single week. I'm okay with that. Honestly, I don't really mind. The only thing that I care about is gonna be the loot itself. Is the Arga, the Belta, the Shezas gonna drop or not? Or are we still gonna be suffering the same drop rate as what we've always had? That's gonna be the number 1 factor. The number 2 factor is gonna be, all right, do we get LC capsules? Do we get regular capsules? Do we get upgrade materials that we need? Like, the loot for all of these limited time quests is gonna play a very big part on whether people enjoy it or not. But I'm getting ahead of myself over here. Let me just talk to you guys a little bit more objectively on what exactly is coming this month. So we are getting a new seasonal event. It's exactly the same as every other seasonal event. So there will be a seasonal weapon and it's going to be the best in slot for LTQs as well as for PSE farming. So you just farm up points and you buy out the shop. Very, very straightforward. Now, of course, every week we are going to be getting a new limited time quest. However, out of all the limited time quests shown, there was only one new one, and all of the rest were reruns that we had from last year. So if you played NGS last year, you're going to see a lot of these LTQs come back and you're going to be like, oh, I remember that. And it's the exact same thing. All they're doing is they're scaling up the mobs, making them a little bit stronger to match our level, and they say they scaled up the rewards. But I personally am not expecting this to be freaking amazing. If they do, that would be a pleasant surprise, but I'm expecting the drop rate to still be abysmal, just like what we've had in the past 2 LTQs. On top of that, we also have a new Autumn 2023 special scratch. So this is the special scratch that you can earn by running the LTQ. This is very hit or miss. Sometimes it's been good, most of the times it's been bad. They might put it in a daily or a weekly like before, so you know, it encourages you to run the LTQ to do the seasonal events and stuff like that to get these special scratches. For those who really don't like the LTQs, it's perfectly fine to just not run them at all. Farm up seasonal points, buy the special scratch tickets from the seasonal shop itself, because you can get like a total of 80 scratches from the seasonal shop. So you just buy that and you're good to go. Then you don't need to run any LTQs. And honestly, I think most people should do that unless you really do enjoy the LTQ, or if Sega has a change of heart and buffs the drop rates to like good levels, or at least reasonable levels, then sure, running the LTQ would be a viable solution if the drop rates are good. Now, of course, there's a metric butt ton of AC scratches because, well, you know, this is how Sega makes their money. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of scratches, and most of the scratches actually look pretty good, so I'm not complaining here. Now, something that did catch my eye is the new SG scratch coming out, the Refined Form September 2023. This one does look pretty good because it does have some office wear. I feel like Sega was watching my 2024 planning video because literally the first outfit I talked about was like an office lady type of outfit, and it comes out in the SG Scratch. So, you know, it's a very happy coincidence for me, I suppose. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this SG Scratch because it does match with some of the looks that I'm looking forward to, or I'm trying to find in order to fix up my 2024 look. So yeah, SG Scratch looks pretty good. I'm really happy with the Type 1 outfit as well. If you are going for a Type 1 business suit type of look, this is actually pretty good as well. The hairstyle looks really nice as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to the SG Scratch because, you know, overall it's just a good one. The Mission Pass NGS Season 24 is also really good because of the Mag Form Warrior Girl. I'm a big fan of the chibi mag devices that follow you around, so you know, like the Hatsune Miku one. So this mag form is a must get in my books, and the best thing is Mission Pass is free, so this applies to everyone. Everyone can earn this for free by simply doing your dailies and your weeklies, so I'm pretty happy with that. Then of course the collaboration with Oshi No Ko. Personally, I didn't really care that much about the looks as well as the cosmetic items. I mean, it might be because I'm not very attached to this anime and I don't really care about it that much. There is one stamp in particular where the orange guy was like, I make 100 million in a year. Like that, you know, that stamp is pretty cool. I think I might buy that. But other than that stamp, I think I'm going to be skipping everything else. And that's pretty much it for the month of September. There's pretty much nothing. We've got the seasonal event, we've got a bunch of limited time quests, we've got the Oshi No Ko collaboration, and that's it. So if you're like me and you're fully geared out already, there really isn't anything for you to do this month. Honestly, you know, you might as well just take the entire month off, catch up on the backlog of all of your other games, and you know, get lost in Starfield or play Armored Core 6, and then come back in October. October does look very promising. There's a lot of systems that I'm looking forward to in October that will be introduced. We will be able to exchange for our level 4 capsules. We're going to finally get that SG Scratch system. We're going to have the add-on skill system. We're going to have a lot more content coming in October where the game will feel more meaningful and respect your time a little bit more, especially if you're fully maxed out already. However, this month is amazing for players which are coming back to the game or players who don't like LaCiel exploration and didn't do any LaCiel exploration. Then you should definitely utilize this month in order to catch yourselves up by using the event weapons, getting the event armors, farming all the different limited time quests, getting all these free resources. Well, I mean, they're not totally free, but you know, you just need to put a little bit of effort and the payoff is ginormous. So for the new players, the undergeared players, the players that don't play a lot of NGS, this month is great for you, but for everyone else, this is a very boring month. And I think that's the main reason why I say that this NGS headline is one of the worst, because there is absolutely nothing that I am looking forward to until next month. The good news is the next NGS headline stream is in 3 weeks on September 26th. So we only need to hang in there for 3 weeks. It's going to be 3 weeks or 4 weeks of absolute boredom, but we are going to be able to look forward to the October update. Once that kicks in, I think things are going to look a lot better, a lot more promising. But until then, I better start finding a new hobby. Maybe I'll actually consider that grass video that everyone is requesting, and we'll go all around planet Halpha and observe the grass and talk about it for an entire hour. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!